Okay, so Anthony from HNE here. Hey techies. I'm going to do something I've never done before, which is I've replaced everything else on a computer before, except for the CPU. And so I went on to Newegg, and anybody who's aware of what computer I'm using, it is my bedroom entertainment computer, the one I use it for basic just streaming video, obviously. Unlike the monster I'm currently broadcasting this on. So this is an older computer, so if I screw it up, I won't feel too burnt. I just buy a new one for a few $100. Well, relatively speaking, new. So this one is a Generation 4, and I will show you right away what processor I got. So I went on Newegg, and there's a shipper here, only one. I think they're in Hong Kong. And I forget where my camera is. I'm gonna have to flip the image, but this is the processor. And I'm sorry if it's not. The light is just too good, I guess. Hold on, let me see if I can turn that off there. Camera focus. Okay, so I'm gonna read it to you. It's a fourth generation Intel Core i7 4790. Now, what's in the computer right now is an i3. Back when I bought it, I wasn't like doing streaming or anything. I wasn't doing video editing, so it wasn't really important. So I figured, okay, what the heck? We will just go with it. I mean, it was like $500 maybe at the time. This is like 2016. If I sound distant, it's because I'm about to flip the screen image. So just give me one sec here, because it makes more sense if it actually for me if it's the correct way. So as you see, I have just flipped the image and recenter it. Now if it, yep, okay, there's my hand. Yay, my hand. So now things will be making more sense. So the back of it, of course, it's the back in the old days when the pins weren't on the processor, so this thing is flush. It was sold as quote-unquote new, and the problem is it wasn't actually new per se. What it ended up being was essentially, I guess it was installed into a computer that didn't sell, and then when this computer was parted, this was taken out, because you can see there's a little bit of, I don't know how well you can see it, but a little bit of damage on it. Man, this light is bright. I'm going to turn that away again. A little bit. They tested it, said it worked fine, and they gave me a 2-year warranty, and I don't see any like burn-in or anything, so that's fine, but it is still a little bit greasy from having the thermal paste on it. I ended up paying about $70 for it, although when I was like, hey, this isn't brand new, and though the listing said it was new, they did refund a little bit of the money and gave me a 2-year warranty, so I guess we will give it a shot and see how that goes. So, this table space is what we're going to use. Oh, I'm going to haul that big boy up into the table here. My dusty Inspiron. What is this? It's a 3860 or 40 or something. I forget. It's an old computer. It's again, 4th generation. Anyway, trusty Phillips screwdriver. And remember, if you're watching this and you want to chat, go ahead and subscribe, because for years I didn't do subscriptions. I didn't care, and then when they took away my monetization, I started caring. So subscribers are necessary. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the screws here. So the camera is mounted on a posable rig, which you probably figured out when I adjusted it live. Take this off. So if it jiggles about, it's because that's what's happening. And we're going to move the camera. And there we go. You know, for a computer I've had for, almost 10 years now, it is spectacularly clean inside. So as you see, as we move the camera, this is the 1660 Ti that I took out of my big computer, which if you saw the upgrade video, this is where it's from. And So as you see, the processor is under this fan here. I was told that the fan is the same type of fan that would come with it if I were to buy, quote unquote, new with fan. So, so I'm just going to reuse the fan. The funny thing is, it came in this type of box. Literally, the processor rubber band to that piece of rubber or whatever it was, just in the box. And so there it was. So just a couple of notes in my video. In this video's description are the 3 of the sources I looked at. While I used to run a computer store and have gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do a lot of things by myself, I'm still wary of some things. That is why we had people on staff who were paid to change these things out, because I didn't really want to do them myself. Now, there's a couple of things that I kind of want to, and I didn't look into this, if I could basically install the processor without putting the lacquer on, lacquer thermal paste. Speaking of which, thermal paste is Cryonaut from Thermal Grizzly. So, I'm showing it upside down. I keep forgetting I adjust the camera. So we're going to be using that. It has enough for up to 8 whatevers. And then looking in those videos, I was looking at the best way to apply the thermal paste. Pentadot or 5-dot is the best coverage. So we're going to do that. So it's like I actually drew a picture. It looks like that. So we will be doing that. And so I think the first thing I want to do before I do anything else is remove the RAM and then pull the power line for the fan. So we're going to do that. And my hands are going to get in the way a lot. Ugh. And I'll show you, because I did, obviously I've upgraded the RAM in this thing since I've got it, and it's now using a PNY's DDR3 8 gig. What's the processor speed here? I want to say 1200, but I don't remember. But so these are what I ended up using, and we're just going to stick them aside. And they're really good RAM. PNY, Corsair, basically those name brands are all good RAM. Okay, so where else are we going? Okay, so we're going to pull the fan's power. Oh, I mean, I almost have it, but I don't want to pull on the cord, so... And I surely don't want to ruin the contact. Man, it is in there. See, I didn't bring a straight head, and I should have. Is there... There we go. Got it. Okay. So we've unplugged that. And so obviously there's only one way the fan can go in, so keep that in mind. And it has 4 Phillips bits on here. Let's see if I can move the camera up without getting it in my way. Probably not. So here we go. So we're going to unscrew it a little bit. If I learned anything, you just don't do it all at once. Just a little bit each time. There we go. Oh, where'd you go? So I got some of these pad things. They're cottony. I don't know if you can see them. They don't leave any little fibers around, and of course I got 91% isopropyl alcohol to clean the fan before I go ahead and switch the processor. I will clean the old processor off air, because I mean, what is the purpose of doing that? I mean, not like I'm reinstalling it anywhere, unless I have to, and then definitely going to clean it sooner than later. I was debating, and if anybody knows who's watching, if I can test this without having to necessarily have the thing on it, just long enough to see if it posts, that would be useful information, because I really would like to be able to test this before I put everything back together, you know? Since it's been solid 20 years since I actively worked on computers for profit. So, okay, so that one's done. That one's done. That one's done. And that one is done. Okay. Oof, you can tell. Look at that. That is dry and crusty. Look at the processor there. That also dry and crusty. Just yummy. Okay. So I'm first off super happy that the board is so clean. I try not to do anything that would make it dirty. I see a little crusty bit on the fan there. I'll clean that off before we go. But I was like, do I have these things? I think I'll grab one of them and see how they work. My aunt got these for me a while back for something else. I've been using them for modeling and whatnot. I mean, they're pretty decent. Oh, there's a little bit of cotton on it. Oh, man. See, I thought these things didn't do that. I've never had a problem with them doing that. But I don't have any canned air. So, just get the dust out of the way here. Well, this is actually not too bad. It didn't shred. Okay, let's grab. Okay. So, pull this little switch. Oh man. Do I push it down? Oh, okay, push it down. And there we go. Okay. Whew. Okay, and then lift the whole thing up. And it is in there. So, essentially, this one will go in at the same point. Just hoping I didn't bend anything. Looks good. Okay. So as we see, it's okay. So just giving another quick look over. And there are little guides in here that basically make sure you can't put it in the wrong place. Okay. I am super paranoid. Just, I don't know if you can tell. Okay. So we put that down. And it will slide here when I pull this up. Yep. Okay. So here goes nothing. Do I have to hold this down or? God, it is tight on there. I am paranoid so much. Did I do it? Okay. Now here's my question. Can I test it with... I'm going to put thermal paste on and just... whatever. If it doesn't work, and then it's not so complicated that I can't come back in, but... yoinks and jinkies. It's too bad it'll be on a different screen, otherwise I would show you... Actually, you know what? I can turn the camera. I forget I can turn the camera. Let's see. So inside a bag of the Cryonaut from Thermal Grizzly, you get one of these. So, yeah. Thermal Grizzly. You get a butter knife. I assume it's to pry it. We didn't need to do that. Get some instructions. They actually tell you the patterns you can use in Russian. Ooh. Actually, I'm American, so I speak the English, the Spanish, French, Russian, Chinese, Japanese. Oh, here we go. So, clean surface of CPU of the spreadsheet, or of the CPU spreader, okay, with dry cloth. In high percent. Okay, so I'm going to clean that because I did fingerprint it up. I probably should. And it says to add a 3x3 millimeter drop of thermal grease and spread it evenly. See, they're doing the spread pattern. Interesting. So, I don't know if I should go with their instructions then. because if you watch one of the videos in the source, this guy goes through like multiple different spread patterns, and the 5-dotted one was the best one, but the spreading one was like second best. But see, apply. This is option B without spatula. 3.3 millimeter drop of grease in center or in X form, and then pressure and heat sink. So I guess I can go either way on that. So what else was in this bag? Oh, okay, so in the bag was also a QR code, I guess. Oh, what is this? I don't know. I don't know what this code is. Oops. You know, something later, I guess. Okay, so I do need to clean the processor, the fan. So we're going to move some of this over. And move the stuff over here. It's a decent enough fan. It's not anything to write home about. But oh, I was gonna say I opened this before. I'll use the non-shredded side, so it has a nice little pattern on it. And apparently I need to apply more force. It's coming off. Ooh, look at. I need another one of these. That is definitely on there. I might have to use that little spatula thing just to scrape those off. Oh, come on, thing. Pull a couple out. Okay. Trying to keep the liquid away from the computers. Full service show. Wow, look at how dried on that is. But we need it all cleaned off for the most flush of connections. Go ahead and grab a garbage can here. It's making a mess. Sorry about the shaking. It's again mounted to the table here. And already dried up. Awesome. Okay. While I have this here, I might as well clean the blades better. Okay. I am my own can of air. Oops. Okay. This garbage can out of the way. Whew. Okay. So let's get back to this. Oh yeah, I probably should clean the top of this thing. Hold on. I fingerprinted it all up. Make sure to blow it dry. Okay. Looks good. Okay. Back to this. I'm not quite sure what the pressure requirement is here, but guess we'll find out. Well, okay, so this is not going to be pretty. Okay, I have a feeling that might be a little too much, but it's non-conductive, so I'm not sweating that too much. Okay, so making sure everything else is dry and clean. Looks like it is. We are going to put this back on. Try as be straight as possible. Okay. I almost forgot that the thing was offset. Like, oh no. Okay, so 5, 5, 5. Sorry if I'm hitting the camera. I'm just trying to make sure that I screw everything in evenly. Apparently I didn't catch that first one, but okay, I'm just checking to make sure everything's in there. It just looks, from my angle, it looks off. Oh, this one's done. Okay, what about this one? Nope. Nope. Okay, that one's done. Because I am not quite sure how it went. So, So I do have a smaller screwdriver that might help me determine how well it is done. Okay, that's in. That's in. That's in. That's in. Feels like it's in. It looks like it's in. Okay. I don't see a bunch of gel or anything coming off from the sides there, so I have to assume I did it right. Okay, so let's put the RAM back in. Oh, you know what? Let's put this back in first. Otherwise, I'm not going to have a processor because it ain't going to be able to cool itself. Okay, RAM. So one of the concerns is that Windows might not recognize the system anymore, but the same motherboard, just different chip. So I don't think that'll be a problem. So I'm going to put this last bit of RAM in. There we go, everything locked in. Okay. So, I'm going to move some stuff out of the way here. And I'm going to plug this in and see if it'll post. So, I'm going to move my tabs, because I had a screen set up just in case I needed help, but apparently not the case. So okay, so let's pull the power supply. Or sorry, I have a power cord. I don't have a power supply. Okay. So unplug it into the wall, and then I'll plug it in last into the system. That way I have time to see how it goes. There we go. So let me plug in keyboard and mouse. Oh, yucky. Accidentally touched the other processor. It has stuff on it, so I do need to clean that off. Okay. And now unplug the keyboard. Plug in the keyboard. Okay. Alrighty, so let's. I'm gonna go place this to the TV screen here. Let's see if it'll let me. Heck. Let me kill the light here. There we go. Flip the image back to where it was. Oops. I broke something. Give me one sec. Where is it at? There we go. Give me one sec here. I got to figure out what. Oh. Nothing could go wrong with a live stream. Okay, so you're looking at this screen here. And I'm going to plug in the HDMI cord into the 1660. And hopefully the thing starts up. So I'm going to switch this to... Okay, so I heard a little click for the power, so now let's turn it on. So the fans are on, the lights are on, the fan on the processor's running. Oh, got a screen. Will it boot into Windows is the question. So let's see what we're getting here. First time upgrading a processor, and I am optimistic I did correctly. Now this socket is a LGA 1250, because I realized the new computer is a 1251 because I was looking at upgrades for that, but an i9 processor is super expensive. Holy crap, we got there. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we are there. We are there. Okay. So let's see if it picks up the processor. I have to assume it might have been driver stuff that just popped up. Okay. It sees all the RAM, and it sees an i7-4790 3.6. Awesome. I did it. It's fantastic. And then if we go back into the machine, turn the light back on. Berg. We can see that everything is working, even the little fan on the graphics card. So I have succeeded where I've never attempted before, and super happy about that. Now I'm kind of curious, and I'm going to turn off the light again, and we're going to look back at the screen and see what the system information says on specifically the processor. See if I can get the camera back to where I need it to go. There we go. So, system information. And I know you can't really see it too well, but yeah, it also confirms it's the 360 with 4 cores, 8 processors. Yeah. So I am pleased that it worked. And thank you all for watching. Even I, who hasn't done any real computer work in 20 years, can upgrade a computer's processor. So, you know, anybody should be able to. Definitely use the sources in this video's description. And as always, remember to like and subscribe to our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We got multiple YouTube channels, by the way. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all of the... So we have multiple YouTubes. We have one of everything else. But, yes, thanks for watching.